Hi, today I'm going to show you how to replace the Gicleur on your LELIT Bianca or Mara X if you do have flow control installed. The way you know that you need your Gicleur replaced is if you've reached out to LELIT support and they've let you know that it needs to be replaced, or two, you've lost full motion on your flow control, so I can't push this any further to the left, so we're going to go in there and inspect that. The tools that you're going to need today are pretty basic but some specialty that you may need to order. The first thing is going to be a 2mm Allen wrench, an adjustable wrench, a straight pick, a 7mm socket wrench, some forceps or pliers or tweezers, and that should be it. There are some specialty tools that you can purchase for this to make it a little bit easier, and that would be something like a screw extractor and a 22mm box wrench if you want the exact sizing of the metric nut that holds the flow control. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is take our 2mm Allen wrench and we're going to remove our flow control from the top of the machine. And that just needs a simple unscrew and you're good to go. We'll place this on top of the machine. The second thing you'll need to do is to remove the top of the flow control nut. So we'll take our adjustable wrench and remove the top flow control nut and set it aside. In this case, you may sometimes see your Gicleur actually come out onto your flow control nut. Go ahead and just remove that. Next, we'll take our forceps and we're gonna go inside and remove the Gicleur head and shower screen. So now we're gonna remove the remaining Gicleur. We're left with the residual part of the Gicleur inside of the machine. So to remove it, we're gonna take your straight pick, insert it into the hole, press down firmly. You can bump the top with your adjustable wrench to get the pick tightly in the shaft, and then unscrew it counterclockwise. There should be enough tension that the Gicleur's shaft should basically be removed with the pick. So now we can set that aside. With the old Gicleur removed, it's time to install the new one. So if you have your 7mm socket wrench, we're gonna insert the new Gicleur inside of the socket, flip it upside down onto the mushroom and begin spinning it clockwise until the threads line up with the hole. This may take a second and some spinning, but just be patient, it will line up. Though I will add, though it may be easier to align it using your straight pick by inserting it into the Gicleur and spinning it, you need to be very, very careful of doing this because the head of the Gicleur itself is calibrated to 1.5mm. So if you insert a pick or something that is not 1.5mm and you then open the hole more, what's going to end up happening is your flow control will actually not be able to create a full seal. So you're going to end up getting gushings of water coming out if you do this. So please ensure you only use the 7mm socket wrench to get it inside the machine. You want to risk any chance of it widening the hole more. You're going to get to a point where the tension starts to get pretty hard and you can't screw it any tighter. Do not proceed to go any further. This does not need to be hero tight inside of this group head. It will shear the head off if you do that. So give it a nice snug tightening, but not hero tight, and we can move on to the next step. We're going to insert our shower screen into the group head and put it just on top of the Gicleur. Next, we'll take our Teflon gasket and place it on top of the group head. So to reinstall the flow control, ensure the needle is pulled all the way out, install it onto the top of the mushroom, and screw it on lightly. Use your wrench to give it a 1/4 turn to tighten it. And the next thing we'll do is we're gonna screw on our flow control nut until it just becomes a little bit too tight to do by hand, and we'll continue by paddle. So now we'll reach a point where our paddle can't move any further. That means our flow control needle has now fully inserted into the shaft of the Gicleur. So we'll take our flow control off and we'll reinsert it because now we know what our end point is, our close point is. Finally, we're going to turn it left and turn it right and make sure that we have a full range of motion, and then take our 2mm Allen and we'll tighten the flow control. Okay. Now that our new Gicleur is installed, we can finally turn our machine on and calibrate the flow control. When the paddle is in the leftmost position, there should be no water flow from the group head, and we're in the far right position, there should be full flow of water. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much.